Hello my friends, how are you? This is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. Welcome back to making a junk journal out of Dollar Tree supplies. So today we are going to be working on making our signatures to put in our journals. Not sure if we'll sew them in this video. We might not. I kind of want to let this dry a little bit more. I just made this in the other video. I did add the lace to the back of the journal and I think it looks so pretty. So I might wait to do that because I want this to completely dry. I don't want to be working on it and bending it back and forth. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and work on the signatures. Like I said before, we're going to be doing 2 signatures for this. I could probably fit 3 small ones, but I'd rather just do 2. And like I said, we'll probably do about 10, maybe 10 to 12 pages per signature. We'll kind of see. And so that'll include bags and doilies as well. So the things I have already prepped for this video are, I've already coffee sprayed some copy paper and some of the book pages. This book I did get from the Dollar Tree way back, and I've been using it, like I said in the other video, here and there for whatever I need book pages for. Oops. So I've got the copy paper, book pages. Oh, I'll do a really quick telling you how I do these, and they're so easy, and I think they look really neat, not completely dyed. So I put about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of instant coffee in a little spray bottle, put some warm water in there, shake it up, lay these down on some foil pans. I got it like a giant pack from Sam's Club. Spray them down, and I like to dry my papers in the oven since they're not soaked with coffee. They really don't take very long to dry, so I just watch them, take them out, and I can get a whole bunch of them done at once. You can also just let them air dry. That's up to you. And you don't have to coffee dye anything for this video or for your journal either. That's entirely up to you. So I've got book pages. I want to use coffee paper, doilies. I've got these treat bags here, and this paper here, this lined paper, and I've got these manila envelopes. They're 6x9, so that will fit in there too for some pockets if we want. And so my main, normally I would use scrapbook paper for this, especially for the outsides of my signatures. If you were looking at Dollar Tree items, I'm going to be using the calendar for, and as well as for some pretty papers in here. So definitely check out the calendars if you can while you're there. Look at children's books as well. Some people have shown some little paper packs that they've gotten too. So check for those. If you have scrapbook paper and you want to use that, by all means, use what you have. Don't limit yourself. I'm just trying to show what you can do with Dollar Tree items if that's all you have available or you're like kind of starting out. What I'm going to do first is decide what size my full size papers are going to be, because not all of my papers are going to be full size. Some of them may be a little bit shorter. So let me get my ruler, and I think these were about 8 inches, almost 8 inches high. Let me write that down so I don't forget. So we'll do 8 inches high. And so an easy way is to look at these papers that you made for the inside of your journal, so you know they're not all the way to the edges. So this was 5.5. So I'm going to kind of hold this in my journal like this and just kind of see where the edges and where 5.5 would be. And that's kind of short, so I'm going to go 5 3/4 wide. So this is going to depend on the size of your journal. So right now mine is about 6 1/4 inches wide, a little over 8.5 inches tall. Okay, so if that gives you some kind of reference. For mine at least, so like I said, I'm going to do 8 inches high by 5 3/4 wide. So what I'm actually going to do, oh, we can't forget this too. I've got the this paper pack. I was going to look to see if any of these were kind of big enough to use as papers. You could use smaller papers too. I don't think I'm going to, because I want to use these to like make some stuff for it. Oh, we could do these. What I'm looking for is to make sure when you're using smaller papers, we're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I want to make sure that these are going to go through at least 2 of the stitches so that it's not going all over. So this page would work. It would just be a little short one. I think I'm actually just going to save these. Oh, what about those? Now that I'm looking at all of them, we've got these really pretty blue ones that are a little longer. This would probably hit both. These might work. We'll pull these out. If we go to sew in the signature and they're just not working, we'll just pull them out. So that's the kind of thing I think about when it's smaller papers. If they're going to be able to go through both of at least 2. Now let's see, the doilies are perfect size. So something I learned too, like that doily pack that comes from the Dollar Tree, you're getting a bunch of different sizes. Usually I go through these small ones first. You can check on Amazon for certain sizes. But what I saw someone do the other day is, like, if you have a bunch of those big ones left, you can fold it in half or fold it a little ways up and put in your signature like that and have it be pockets. Isn't that cool? It was so pretty. Now I know what to use those big ones for, you know. Okay, so don't need these. I'm going to work on this, get a couple signatures together, and I will bring you back and we will talk about it. But I will have this kind of sped up for you so you can kind of watch what I'm doing. Okay, future editing Rachel here, and somehow I lost my video clip for the second part of this video, which is basically showing you both of the signatures and the order I put the papers in. And you'll actually see that in the next couple videos where I'm sewing in the signatures. I show every page, and I'm still going to do a final flip through of it, like all decorated. So I'll make sure I go over that in that video too. I'm really sorry about that. I'm so bummed. I don't know what I did, but I'll talk to you about a few things right now. What I like to do if I'm working on a regular journal that's not like a Dollar Tree challenge, I like to have some scrapbook cardstock as the outsides of my signatures. I feel like it kind of divides the signatures with a little bit of a thicker piece of paper, and it's usually decorative paper, so I think that looks kind of nice. So in this, I decided to use the calendar pages. The thing with the calendar pages is that they're very, very thin. So I ended up putting some of the coffee stained book pages on the inside of them and glued them down just to kind of give them some more stability, since they are the outside papers. A lot of the papers I have for this journal are pretty thin, since I'm not using really any cardstock. And that really made me think that I should have picked up some of the manila folders there at Dollar Tree to use as the outsides of my signatures. But just remember that for when you're shopping for yours, if that's something that is, concerns you or whatever you want to do. But anyway, what I like to do is, I think I did 10 or 11 pages, like I said, for each signature. And so I'll pretty much pick the same things for each one, and I'll go over usually by a couple pages, and I'll get everything cut down, and then I'll start assembling them. And both signatures, or however many signatures you do, they don't have to be the same. Okay, so you can have your pages in different orders. At first, when I made journals, I put everything absolutely the same, and I kind of like them a little different, so I did make them a little different in this one. But what I like to do is just kind of do a rough, put them together, and I'll do like an interesting page, and then a not as interesting page, maybe like a plain page, and then I'll kind of go back and forth, and then I will flip through it over and over until it just kind of feels right. So it kind of just flows together. It kind of feels good. I don't have too many of the same looking pages in a row, something like that. And then don't forget too, you're going to decorate these, so you may think, well, this one page is plain now, but I'm planning on doing, a big pocket to it, so I don't want to really put that next to another pocket. So just kind of think about those things. I try to keep some of the smaller pages maybe separate, so they're like interesting, like spread through it. Also, when I'm getting a signature together, and in this journal, I didn't sew anything prior. But what I'll do when I get it all together is I will decide then what I'm going to sew. Like if I'm going to sew around the first signature page, and then if I add lace, I like to sew those down. I just think it looks kind of neat. So I'll lay the lace or clip the lace to the page, so I know that needs to be sewn. And then I'll kind of see what that looks like in there too. I don't want to have too many of the same things too close together. You know what I mean? I want everything kind of spread out just a little bit. And then I'll take them and sew them. But since I'm not sewing, I just put everything together for these. And like I said, just flip through them a few times to see how I liked it. And I will show you in the next couple videos what that looks like. And at this point, when you're seeing this, I'm finished with the journal and I have it decorated, like I said, and I'm ready to do that final flip through to show you so I can start using it. And you guys, I love it so much. I think it's one of my most favorite journals I made because I felt like I was just having fun with it. I wasn't putting a lot of pressure on myself. I just wanted to show you guys this challenge, that it's easy to make a really cool journal with inexpensive supplies or supplies that you already have. And I love this journal so much. It's so quirky and cute, and I love it. I can't wait for you to see it. But make sure you like the video, subscribe. I'm sorry I didn't have the end of this video, but I hope this kind of helps. And I will see you in the next one, which is where we're actually going to sew these signatures into the journal, which is super, super, super exciting. So I'll see you then. Bye.